Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And very nice Chariot card. Keep doing what you're doing, right? The parameters that you have set up for yourself are working if you work it, okay? There is this impulse in you right now to start mixing things up, to start messing with things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? The Chariot card. Stay focused on what you're doing. Stay in control of your vehicle and stay in your lane. Continue on your journey. Continue on your path. Don't start trying to improvise and switch things up and do anything different right now. Okay? Let's put this into some context. Spirit is telling me that it is maybe something related to your home or to your future, your well-being or something. I'm seeing like a fireplace. Yeah? And I'm seeing that that's kind of where everybody gathers round. I don't know what the significance of that is for you. Let's put this card into some context. See what else is going on. 10 of Cups, yes. So there is a certain satisfaction that you will have reaching your goal. This is more an emotional win than it is really a financial one, right? There's an Ace of Wands. And Ace of Cups too, yes. 3 of Cups. And the High Priestess. Yes, Spirit is telling you, keep doing what you're doing. Keep following your path. Don't start trying to improvise now. Here's that Ace of Wands underneath everything, causing a little bit of trouble, trying to light a match under you, saying, oh, you can do something different. You can try this other thing. You can go in this different direction. You can take this detour. Every card has light and shadow. You know, an Ace of Wands is not a bad card. There are no bad cards. But this is the card that we need to get a handle on right now because you're Aries. You have this, you're a creative machine. You're a good idea machine, right? You have a lot of good ideas. That doesn't mean that you need to implement any of them now. You're already on course. You're already on track. Finish this thing out. Maybe you're pursuing a degree at university or something. Stay on that track. Get that one finished. Get the satisfaction that comes from reaching the finish line with this before you start doing new things. Allow this win to happen and take place and really celebrate it, right? 3 of Cups up here. Allow it to feel good, you know. Let's keep going here. And then more fire. Princess of Wands. This is really that impulsive energy that might just screw things up. A 2 of Wands. Yeah. You're creating a fork in the road where there doesn't need to be one. Now there's that Aries power card. This is the Knight of Wands. It is your power card. It is kind of your superpower. And yeah, see, 9 of Swords there at the end. I'm chuckling here because I said it's your superpower right after I said that here's that energy that's going to kind of interfere and screw things up, you know. It's that impulsive energy. This is you with that good idea and running with it. And, sometimes we say, yeah, go do it. Right? This is the card where you are just hanging on for dear life and you're getting carried away with your idea, with your energy, with your creative will, with the fire, you know. Sometimes this is a very good energy to have, and we want to do this. Right now, I think it's leading you into a snare, into a pit. It's leading you into this danger zone Right? We don't want to rush into all these pokey little spiky needles here. That would not feel good, right? So we control this fire energy, and we stick with this chariot, and we stay on course, right? And I feel like that's kind of that's the secret here. With the high priestess sometimes has a secret to tell you, but doesn't always come right out and say it in very clear words. Sometimes likes to show you the results of your actions, right? Sometimes lets you do this kind of fire stuff and teach you the lesson afterwards, right? So I feel like Spirit is trying to say, yeah, you could do what you want to do, tinker and try to switch things up, try to fix something that doesn't really need fixing, and you think you've got a better idea, something that it's like you're working on a masterpiece, and you think the more you mess with it, the better it's going to get. And Spirit, right here with the high priestess, through the high priestess, is saying, sure, try it. See what happens, right? You are free to choose. That is the point of all of this. There is free will. There is also consequences to our actions. I feel like I need to reveal that secret, right? To living your best life is not about running with every creative idea you have. Yes, you are a good idea machine. Bank them, keep them, write them down, save them for the next one. This particular thing you're doing, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's something to do with like building a home. Again, I see a lot of people kind of around a central fire. I don't know what that means. Well, it could be that you have a lot of people that are kind of following your idea. So what's going to happen if you then kind of change your mind? If you appear to not be confident or certain, what's that going to do to the other people involved? Yeah. So I think you have to keep that in mind too, that you are leading by example. Everybody wants to see you being just absolutely sure of what you're doing. If they see you starting to kind of dip into these other ideas and change your mind and go with these other kind of these other creative pathways, they might start thinking, wow, Aries really doesn't know what they want. Yeah, really doesn't know what they want. But the thing is, you do. And this thing is it. What you're doing right now is what you want. The Ace of Cups is here behind you. Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. We want to fulfill this. This is a pathway that you want to be on. But of course, we can't help. We got all these other ideas. We think, wouldn't it be great if I just changed that part of the design, if I took that detour instead? Yeah, maybe it would be great, but save it for another day. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. How much do you want to bet it's going to be a 10 of Wands here? We're going to put this card over here. We're going to put our very own Kelly Kapoor right there on top. Kelly is a new addition to our little family here. Anyone who knows where she's from gets a cookie, all right? And if you know what that card is underneath her, put your prediction down in the comments, all right? It's going to be our group exercise of intuition. That card's going to tie everything together at the end, I promise, okay? Looking around here, we've got major arcana, major arcana. Then we've got fire, 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 water, 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 and a little bit of the air. The air is what we want not at all. Right? The air is what we like to kind of have absent from a reading. And, sometimes the air energy is good, but, this is the only air card we have. This is the one that we really want to just kind of go away. We want to really avoid that one. But see, if you are just letting this impulse carry you away, that horse is going to take you right over that cliff. Right? It's going to just, you've got to be able to control that. And that's the Two of Wands, being able to hold the reins and steer this ship. Okay? The Chariot card, you're doing something that is essential for your future. You are creating a life. You're trying to create your best life, right? I wonder maybe, you know what else we don't have here? We have that one air card. We don't have any earth cards. Right? We don't have any earth. We need something to ground this energy. We need to keep the tires on the road. Right? I feel like you're kind of going off-road here. We're starting to soar up into the sky. We're flying and fluttering all around here. We need to keep the car, all four wheels, on the ground. Okay? None of this driving sideways stuff. None of this flipped up on two wheels kind of thing. Right? It's not the Dukes of Hazzard here. You're doing something that is requiring a lot of containment. It's requiring you to really be disciplined and focused and, in some ways, like obedient to your initial will. You made the decision to do this. This is something that was from your heart. Maybe it's something at school. It's a project at work. It's following through with some sort of a commitment that you made. And now we're like halfway through, and you want to change, you want to shift gears, you want to change course. It takes a lot of obedience. It takes a lot of discipline to stay in your lane, to stay on course. Okay? And I don't know that we're halfway through. We might even be like very close to the finish line here. Because look, we got that 10 of Cups that's right down on top of you. And that makes it even more interesting if we think, gosh, you're so close to finishing this. Maybe it's something at university, or you're getting a degree, or you're finishing something. You're so close to the finish line, why would you want to change things now? Yeah. Well, it could be that we just have this restless, creative Aries energy. Right? Do you have, is there a history, is there a pattern here for you? That we commit to something, we get so close to finishing it, and then, I'm going to do something else. Right? That's kind of a rebel energy, you know? It's kind of an authority kind of energy, you know, where we prove that we're in control by abandoning something right before we get to the finish line. You're running that marathon. You put all this work, years of training and eating right and all this stuff, and just, you're almost at the finish line. 2 feet from the finish line, you just stop. You say, meh, I don't care about this marathon anymore. And you turn and walk away. And everybody's just like, what are you doing? You know? And it's just kind of like it's a power move. Right? It's a power move. But that is done for other people. That's not done for us, for you. That's not something that leads you to your best life. That's something we do to prove something to other people. So I think that this is something that you need to prove to yourself, that you need to cross this finish line. Those other ideas, those other races that you want to, participate in will still be there. Yeah. You're not losing anything. You're not, in fact, you're gaining so much. And the 3 of Cups up here, this tells me that you're probably coming in, first, second, or third place in this race, right? You're kind of at the top of your class here. There's a real skill and a real, natural ability in this situation. Whatever it is you're doing, if it's a work thing, a school thing, starting a business or entering a new career field or whatever this journey was. For one thing, it started with a real certainty. It really felt like this was it. This was your holy grail. And again, you might be one of those kinds of people, and I'm like this a little bit myself, even though I don't have any real strong Aries placements. I like to start things. You're a cardinal fire sign, right? You like to really start these creative projects. Finishing them, not so much. I'm a cardinal water sign. I'm a Cancer sun. So I like to start these really, I feel the emotion of things, and I like to start the thing. I feel a creative passion. I feel like an emotional draw to an activity or to a place or to certain studies or whatever. And finishing them, not so much. Yeah. We need to stick this through until the end. But you got that cardinal fire. You've always got the next great idea. You haven't finished the first one yet. And this is that one that we need to finish. Yeah, this is the one we need to finish. Before we finish, because you're already working on the next race. You already have this creative idea, but you've got to finish this because you felt such an emotional pull to this. This is something that really feels like it is from your essence. It's from your heart. Again, it feels like this is a central fire and there are people gathered around. So it's something maybe you're doing for family or with family. Maybe this is a relationship. Maybe this is you committing to building a life, a future of family with someone. Okay, it could be. Not necessarily, but for some of you it might be that. Okay. The High Priestess, of course, we talked about that energy a little bit. And the Spirit is asking you to trust in this process. Trust in yourself. There is a reason why you began this journey and you felt this strongly about it. This was maybe different than, your usual fiery, creative ideas and projects that you start. This was something different. This is water, right? Fire, and now we have water. This is something that felt different. There's something special about this particular thing, but we're still running into that age-old energy of seeing it through until the end. Okay? Spirit is saying, this is the one that you really should see through until the end. See where this goes, cross that finish line. Spirit is asking you to trust in this process. Okay? These other creative ideas are not going anywhere. Let's talk about the path of the serpent. Of course, we've got all this fire. The Princess of Wands is basically what we've been talking about. This is, it's very, very creative, very impulsive. There's no filter. This is really, honestly, this is the only earth energy we have. The princesses are all about the earthly aspect, or a page, right? A page of wands. It's the earthy aspect of the fire energy. So this is really, it's kind of like we're just going around and starting a bunch of projects everywhere. Setting little fires, starting little things, just everywhere. And that's the process that we like. We like starting things. We like taking this inspired energy and starting something, getting all the supplies and kind of getting started on it. But then when the real tedium sets in, it starts to get boring and we want to go I want to go start it. My favorite part of when I was a kid, my parents used to barbecue, a little charcoal grill out in the front yard. Even when it would rain, we'd just kind of put the garage door up and, barbecue. My favorite part was just getting it started, lighting that fire, right? That whole process, stacking the coals up, using a little bit of that lighter fluid, maybe putting some wood chips down there in the bottom, some mesquite or something, and then lighting that fire. Now, sometimes I'd you have these long kitchen matches, Sometimes that's the big flames, it's really hot and everything, but then the fire dies down, and you got to wait, and the coals have to just really get nice and hot. And then you can put your food on and cook, you cover it up, and then you just wait. That's the boring part. I like the excitement of building up the coals and the lighter fluid, and then setting it ablaze, and really, that was fun, right? The rest of it, not so much. Now I'm just hungry, I just want to eat, And this is kind of that idea. We like to go around and have that initial rush of starting these projects. And sometimes we don't think of the aftermath. We don't think that, someone's got to come behind us and put out the fire or clean up the mess or finish the project that we started. Yeah. And that's I'm not saying that's you, but that's the Princess of Wands. That's the energy that we sometimes feel. This is a very impulsive card. Just kind of goes around causing mischief, starting a lot of stuff, starting drama, starting relationships, starting jobs. I mean, you might even have gone to 10 different companies and applied for a job, got the job, agreed to go to work, and now you've got 10 jobs. Well, you don't have the intention of showing up every day to all 10 of them, But we like that initial rush of things. Yeah. But in this case, we really have to get control over that. We have to realize that it is our future that we're talking about, and this is something special. This is something different. Water, water, water. Water, right? Even with the High Priestess, there's some water. All of this is different. It's a different vibe. It's a different path. It's something that you maybe never really did before. These fires, they're relatively similar. You kind of have your own style here. This is different. This is a unique situation for you that you really need to follow through with, finish it till the end. The Mars and Aries, right? Two of Wands. This is kind of that energy that, again, stops just before you cross the finish line. It's that power move. And this is the card in the environment. We like to show the environment that we're in charge. Other people, places, just life in general, that we are the one with the power. We are the one in control with the fire. We can start and stop things at will. And yeah, you can. It's not always in your best interest to prove that, to have to do that. This is something that's very special that you need to continue. You need to stay in your lane. Okay? We talked about this already, the Knight of Wands, and this is us getting carried away by every new idea. But we know that it's not going to, it usually anyway, doesn't always last until the project is done. We're the people that like to go in. We like to go into the business. Maybe you're a consultant even, because it has that kind of energy. We like to go in and get something up and running and then walk away. Now you guys take care of it. You're that kind of person. You like to put something together and get it started, and that's your job. Then that's the end of your responsibility. So that kind of work might be actually a really good thing for you. It might be what you're already kind of doing. You like that excitement of getting something going, getting something started. Maybe you're an entrepreneur or an inventor, an innovator of that sort of thing, where you like to get something running. You like to put something together and get it started, and then you hand it off. Yeah. This is something with this water energy, this Ace of Cups, Chariot, Ten of Cups, High Priestess. This is something that you don't hand off to anybody else. This is something that you must complete for yourself to get to your best life, to get to this kind of ultimate celebration. We don't want to get here. We want to get here. This is where the way this energy is flowing, starting something, being that kind of consultant or that entrepreneur that starts the business and then hands it off, that sort of thing. Maybe that's something that is not really meant for you long term, right? Because we could see it's kind of leading to pain, regret, maybe crossing the finish line on this particular thing. Whatever this is for you, maybe this is really where the satisfaction is. This is what you're good at. This is what comes naturally to you. But it doesn't ultimately lead to your best life. This over here does. Okay? Now, I think we should look at the mystery card. I don't know exactly what you're doing or, what kind of patterns you're like running through, in your life right now. But this is the energy that we've got. All right. Now, for the mystery card, I'm thinking some sort of earth energy. 9 or a 10 of Pentacles would be choice. Universe or world card would be great. Empress energy would be really, really great. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Oh, a 6 of Cups. Well, 6 of Cups is pretty good. This, I think, is a reminder, too, of the type of connection. This is something different now. This is something that's creating this bliss, that's creating this kind of harmony. And this is also a card that talks about like a community, again, with these people kind of rallying around, building a family. Maybe this is like a focus on community or a focus on family. It's not just building something and handing it off. This is building something and being part of it and staying a part of it and building lasting relationships with it and with the people involved. It's different. The consultant, the entrepreneur, the one that just builds the business, hands it off, and then they move on. It seems like a lonely kind of thing. This is something now where you're not handing it off, right? This is something that is meant for you to stick around and be a part of and bond with it and allow it to really solidify and give you this sense of home. Maybe that's why I'm getting that kind of home energy, because this is now settling down. Well, maybe you're just someone that likes to get the new job and stay there for a little bit and then you move on. Maybe this is you finding something where you're going to stay and stick around, and this is really this is the match. This is the one you need to commit to. Okay, we could be talking about people. Don't want to rule that out. What we are going to do is an extended reading. And if you want to watch the extended, there's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Aries every Monday and Friday, but I am here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Go check out my wife's channel. She does tea leaf readings. Her channel is Ula Tea Leaf Readings. That's ULA Tea Leaf Readings. Marvelous work. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.